Thank you, Delano. Now on Bounds, February is known for many things, but tonight we are talking about Heart Month. Daryl Groom is here to talk about the Charlotte Heart Ball. He is a California winemaker and the father of Colby Groom. Welcome, Daryl.
Yeah,
and he's brought wine to torture me. Just kidding.
I did. I need to have one.
I know. You're a winemaker. That comes with the territory. First up, I want to talk a little bit about your son. He is 16 now, but before he turned 10, he had back-to-back open heart surgeries, and because of that long battle, he was inspired, and I imagine your entire family, to raise money for heart research.
Exactly. You know, my son was sadly one of those unfortunate children that are born with congenital heart disease, which, you know, is the #1 killer of children. And yeah, he wasn't dealt a very good hand. And we found out that when he was 8 years of age, he had to go in for open heart surgery. The hardest thing we've ever had to do is tell an 8-year-old that you have to have open heart surgery. And Colby went in bravely, but sadly we found out that his open heart surgery wasn't a success, and
had to go through it again.
He had to go through again, and this time we chose to put an artificial heart valve in him. But the toughest thing was, you know, the surgeries in themselves were tough at the time, but the toughest thing afterwards was when Colby came out of his surgeries and finally went back to school after back-to-back open heart surgeries. He was behind academically, he was behind socially, and consequently, because he was the weakest, he was picked on, and he lived for very many years with a black cloud over his head. And as it was parents, the big question was, how do we get that black cloud away from this poor little boy that's already been through a lot?
And so he's perhaps found purpose through raising money for heart research, and you are making a big donation to Charlotte's Heart Ball. So tell me about this wine.
Yeah, so that's correct. So Colby came up with the idea, and first of all we got him involved in giving back. We got him involved in making speeches, helping other kids, telling his story.
Yeah.
And then one day he came to me and said, Dad, do you think we can make a wine together? I told him to go away. I was watching the football at the time. He came back persistent. He said, Dad, let's make this wine together. And when I finally said yes, he said, do you think it'll be any good? And could we sell it, and could we donate the profits to heart research? So we started off 4 years ago wanting to raise $500, made 2 barrels of wine in our garage, and today we've raised $600,000 from the sales of Colby Red. It's a delicious red wine, and we're here supporting the Charlotte Heart Ball. We love to give back to the communities that support the wine. So my son Colby is flying in tomorrow, and everyone at the Heart Ball will be drinking Colby Red wine. Awesome. And he'll be donating a $10,000 check. And we'll all be drinking this delicious, juicy red wine.
That is excellent. The Heart Ball, of course, is this Saturday. We just had the information up February 7th. It is sold out, but you can still make a donation at this point if you would like to. WBTV.com. Look in the Web Extras section under the Home tab for all of the information that you need to have. Daryl Groom, thank you so much for your story, for the wine that he's going to taste.
I am. I'm going to toast to all the great people in Charlotte that raise a lot of money for heart research, and you know, hopefully everyone will go out and ask their favourite restaurant and retailer to make sure they've got Colby Red, so we can come back and we can give more money. That's how it works.
Okay.
Cheers to all.
Thank you, Daryl. Delano.
All right, thanks a lot.